Guys, welcome back to Big Chris Bricks. Hope your day is going good. Mine is too. Don't mind my voice. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so that's why I wasn't at school either, and that's why I'm making this video. Today I'm gonna be going over one of the cassettes I've already done, so because I don't think I did it justice, and I want to make a better YouTube video for it simply because I see it more. I see the brand itself kind of trending, and I don't see enough reviews for it on YouTube, and I want to kind of help those people out who are looking for this kind of set. So, we'll get into it. The Nifeliz AM24. It's a 1/8 scale F1 car, and so when you're done building it, it comes out to roughly the same size as the, Oracle Red Bull racing car from Lego. It does come with about 1,000 more pieces at 2,351, I believe, but it's about the same size, so they used a lot more of those bricks to add some more detail. So this thing looks, much more precise than, say, the Lego ones. And one of the more impressive things about that is maybe since they didn't do licensing, it comes out to about half, even less than half the price of those Lego sets at around $90, $95, I believe. So, even just starting off with all those factors, this thing is a fantastic deal. I no longer have the instructions or, the box to this set, but I can give you a quick rundown of how it was. It came in a large, kind of matching color plus some black box with the car printed on the front and back of it, and it was all high quality. It looked great. Maybe I can find a picture out there. The instructions were also high quality. They were easy to read. It came with little storage boxes, so instead of dumping all your parts out onto the table like you would usually on a Lego set, you could just dump them and keep everything sorted nice and neatly in the storage boxes that were provided with the set. One of the better things about this was the way that they staged their instructions, in my opinions. They only had it so you'd have like stage 1 and then, bag 1 through steps like 1 through 20. So doing it like that, and you had a lot less pieces on the table at the same time. So it just made everything a lot smoother, everything a lot simpler, because you didn't have to sort through nearly as many pieces. So overall, they provided a great building experience when it came to this set, and despite its complexity, obviously this isn't a beginner build, but they made this as accessible as they could and as simple as they could, with all the accessories and things that they added to the set. It was really nice, the things that they provided and the new ways that they added to, the building process, and that's something I really appreciate with this brand because they do it with all of their sets. Some of the pros about this set, some of the things that I love about this set, and I think starting off obviously is the super unique color, like the shiny metal green. It's one of the most beautiful and unique colors that I've ever seen on like a Lego type set, building block set. It's so unique and it looks fantastic on cars kind of like this. It reminds me of Aston Martin, which is the brand they're trying to replicate in F1. Some more cool things is it has the turnable wheels, but I'm not going to do it through here because it's kind of hard to turn it from those. The stickers were really cool. I believe they're called transfer stickers. So what that is you kind of take it off the sticker sheet like a normal sticker and you press it in really good, and then you peel off part of it and it only leaves like the decal part. Instead of it being a whole square, it just leaves the actual decal. However, these stickers right here, like on the fenders, they don't stick very well, and placing them was kind of funny, but that's one of the few cons about this set. It has working suspension. However, from the weight of its from its own weight, it's already pushed like all the way down, so to see it working, you kind of have to pick it up. I don't know, maybe that's because I've had this for forever and it's old, but that's how the suspension works. You have to pick it up. But those are some of the cool moving features on this. There is an engine that you build with moving pistons when you move it back and forth. Also, that's another feature, obviously, is being able to move it. What's weird about it is like they didn't make a very accessible way to see the engine block, and you have to completely remove this part, but it's rigid, unlike the actual Lego, the Lego ones. Those are kind of just freely in there. But even when you do take this off, it's kind of completely blocked off, so you have to remove even more pieces. And I don't really understand the point of making the whole engine block if if you can't really see it. You can't even see it from the bottom. So it was kind of just a weird detail. Some of the things that I didn't like all too much about this set, and For how cool the stickers were, obviously no one really, or not many people I know enjoy placing stickers on their sets. I'd prefer prints, but with the kind of stickers they used, I'll give them a pass. Some of the things on the set are kind of finicky, like right here. These are inserted very thinly into, like with one of the rubber bits, and it falls apart really easily. And then all of these are just kind of freely hanging there, so they'll fall off and scatter everywhere, and it's kind of annoying to pick all those up and put it back into place. Some of the brick built pieces are pretty easy, like the mirror falls off pretty easily, and these pieces here also fall off relatively easily. But those are really my only complaints about some new looks at this thing. While I kind of give you a rundown of my closing thoughts, I think this is a beautiful building block set. I love the way that they were able to put this thing together and represent the real car, and obviously the much higher piece count is worth it, is especially you can see from the top. It's just the amount of detail in this thing is magnificent. I'll even bring my Lego Red Bull car into comparison real quick, and you can see just how much more blocky the Lego one looks compared to the Nifeliz one. I don't think the lack of licensing ruins this thing, and for the price to piece count and the quality of the pieces, which actually I never mentioned, the piece quality is like 90% that of Lego. It's magnificent. But again, for the price, the piece count, the stickers they use, everything, this is one of the most worth it sets that I've ever bought. Here's a side view, and even then it looks even more sleek from the side. It's beautiful. See if I can give you a good shot from the rear. That's kind of hard to do, but the rear, if you trust me, it looks pretty damn good. But I'd say, in the end, this is one of the most worth it sets I've ever reviewed, really. It's beautiful. Everything about it, almost everything about it is awesome, and I say you check it out. Thanks for watching, yo. Really end it. Christmas might go really freaking good this year. I'm probably going to get like a crap ton new stuff. So I'm probably going to try and make, a bunch of new kinds of content, maybe some more time lapses or even some speed builds. If you guys don't know what that is, look them up. They're freaking awesome. But, I don't know if I'm on the level of editing yet to really do a speed build. But, maybe I even do a haul. That might be a good idea. Is that girly? Probably. I don't care. I think it'll be fun. But thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you later.